Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to cover all of my Scream Factory and Shout Factory titles that I have with slipcovers. I'll be taking them out one by one, showing you what they are, and kind of giving you a quick review. First up is Sleepaway Camp 2 slipcover. Pretty hard to find nowadays, hard to find it with the slip anyway, so I'm glad I have this one. I also have Sleepaway Camp 3 here, also with the slipcover. Again, pretty hard to find these days. Unfortunately, I don't have the first Sleepaway Camp with a slipcover, but at least I've got these two. Village of the Damned here with a slipcover. If you guys follow the Instagram page, then you know I love John Carpenter. This isn't one of his better movies, but you have to have it. Here we have Manhunter, Michael Mann movie, serial killer movie. It's actually based on kind of the Silence of the Lambs universe. It features Hannibal Lecter, not Anthony Hopkins, but pretty good serial killer movie overall. I really enjoyed it. It's creepy, really good. I wouldn't say it's as good as Silence of the Lambs, but it's close. What's to say about this movie? It's a classic. It's probably John Carpenter's best outside of Halloween. The Thing. I love the cover art on this one. I have the big poster that came with this when I pre-ordered as well. Invasion of the Body Snatchers here. Great cast, classic movie. And young Jeff Goldblum, Donald Sutherland, Leonard Nimoy is in this. Great release by Scream Factory. People Under the Stairs, classic Wes Craven movie. Really funny flick, but also kind of terrifying. I really enjoy this one. I got Terror Train here. This is pretty hard to find with a slipcover. It's an older release. Jamie Lee Curtis movie, the Scream Queen herself. Definitely one you want to pick up for your collection. Here we've got Halloween 2, again John Carpenter, great release from Shout Factory and Scream Factory. I only wish they had done the original, but this is a great sequel to the first movie. Then we've got Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, the only Halloween movie without Michael Myers, but pretty good as a standalone. I wouldn't necessarily call it one of the Halloween movies, but it's a lot of fun. Another John Carpenter movie here, Body Bags. You have to have this one in your collection. If you can find it with the slipcover, it's got great art. It's loaded with special features, and it's a really, really fun movie from John Carpenter. Then we've got Tales from the Crypt, presenting Demon Knight, Billy Zane. He goes nuts in this movie. Pretty fun one, definitely worth getting. If you can find a slipcover, it's a pretty cool slip with the black and the green and the purple. Then I've got Return of the Living Dead with the slip. I got this at Bull Moose. They had a really good price on it. Basically just a pretty classic, goofy zombie movie. Black Christmas here. I got this last year. You guessed it, on Christmas. Outside of Elf, this might be my favorite Christmas movie. Great slipcover, definitely worth having in the collection. It also had a great poster if you had pre-ordered it. Then I have Bubba Hotep. Pretty hilarious movie, not so scary, but definitely kind of more funny. Bruce Campbell is basically this guy who thinks he's Elvis in a nursing home, and Ossie Davis is this guy here who says he's JFK, and as you can tell by looking at him, he doesn't look much like JFK. It's a funny zombie movie, definitely worth checking out. Got Mad Max here, again, not really a horror movie, but one of Scream Factory's better releases. I also have the poster for this one, which features the cover art. I got this after Fury Road came out, and it's a really great release. Class of 1984, I have to admit, I haven't watched this yet, so let me know in the comments if this is worth taking a look at this Halloween season. But I just love the slipcover. I love the idea of it. The teachers at Lincoln High have a problem. Their students. I'm kind of a sucker for like killer student movies like Cooties. I think they're just hilarious. So let me know if this is worth picking up. And I've got Night of the Demons here. This is full of like 80s horror movie actors. It's just a splatterfest, gore fest. Kind of fun movie to watch. Just if you're looking for something horror that's not too serious. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. I pre-ordered this, so I got this poster. Excellent Tobe Hooper movie, but totally different from the first one. So if you've seen the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but haven't seen Part 2, it's a totally different vibe. It's funnier. It's a little more laid back and goofy and campy, but I really love this movie. Here I've got The Burning with the slipcover. Also pretty hard to find these days. This is an older release from Scream Factory. But just one of the classic slashers, classic summer camp slasher movie. Great villain in it. Cropsy is incredibly terrifying. I highly recommend this one. Then I've got Nightbreed, the director's cut with the slip. This isn't the really hard one to find. It's not the limited edition, but still pretty hard to find with the slipcover these days. So this is a pretty cool release to have. Then I've got Psycho 2. I love the original Psycho. I think Psycho 2 is still pretty decent just because it has Anthony Perkins. I'm still working on getting Psycho 3 and 4 from Scream Factory, but they're definitely on my wish list. Here I've got the limited edition of The Babadook, also kind of an IFC release, but it has a very cool slipcover here. I can show you guys. This pops open, and then you have kind of the picture book from the movie that pops out. So one of the cooler slipcovers I have in my collection. Definitely recommend finding this with the slip if you can. Got a George Romero movie here, Day of the Dead, another one of his zombie movies. This one had an all-new transfer. Again, pretty hard to find with the slip. It's an older release, but I found this online for like 12 bucks with the slipcover. Can't beat it. Not really a horror movie, but I do have Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie, with the slipcover. First time it came to Blu-ray here. Shout Factory has kind of a deal with them. They release all their stuff, so it was great to get this movie for the collection. Then I've got The Editor. The rest of these movies here are not really collector's editions, but they're more like just kind of standard Shout Factory releases. Still really cool to get with the slipcover. This is a great movie, really freaky, but I recommend grabbing it if you can. Here I've got The Hallow, the slipcover. Kind of looks like a DVD almost, but it's not. This is the Blu-ray. Really creepy, like Creature in the Woods movie. If you liked The Witch, if you liked It Comes at Night, if you like stuff like that, this is one that you'll really enjoy. Then we've got Blood-Sucking Bastards from Scream Factory. Pretty funny movie. It's kind of like a zombie vampire comedy, but it's all set in an office. So if you work in a cubicle all day, you're gonna think this is a pretty funny movie. We got Beneath here. It's a Larry Fessenden movie. If you like kind of Lake Placid, Jaws, The Shallows, any type of movie like that where you got a creature in the ocean that's just killing people, you'll enjoy this one. It's goofy, but it's worth a watch. I got Zombie Fight Club here with the slipcover. Pretty hard to find now as well. Grabbed this on eBay for pretty cheap a while back. Basically just a crazy Asian zombie movie, just slashing up zombies with the swords. It gets wild. Girls, blood, zombies. It's crazy. This one's a little different from what Shout Factory and Scream Factory usually put out, but if you like Bruce Lee, I think that this is the best collection to get. If you can find it with the slipcover, even better, but it's got tons of special features. 4 different movies. It's a great release. We've got Stung here, IFC Midnight movie, released by Shout Factory and Scream Factory. Awesome slipcover. If you're afraid of bugs, you're not going to want to watch this one. Another IFC Midnight title. Michael Shannon's in this one. The Harvest. Really kind of creepy, like it says, human horror. I didn't really love this one, but if you're into that kind of horror, it's worth a watch. Then we've got Gravy. Kind of a freaky Halloween night movie. Based on Halloween night, these guys come into a Mexican cantina and basically tie up the staff and kind of you are what you eat. Well, you get the point. Someone's going to be eating somebody else. So pretty screwed up, but also kind of funny. Sarah Silverman's in it. It's a pretty good Halloween night movie if you're looking for something to watch. If you're going to collect horror movies, you kind of got to have this one. The Human Centipede, complete sequence from Scream Factory. It's got all 3 movies. They're pretty sick, but if you like horror movies, you know, it's worth a watch. Dark Summers, another IFC Midnight title. Came with a slipcover from the horror pack, so this was a really cool thing to get out of the horror pack. It's kind of a creepy stalker, online stalker type of movie. Kind of involves teenagers and just kind of... Last but not least, we've got UHF. Haven't even pulled the sticker off this one yet. I just got it from Bull Moose. You can see 12 bucks with the slipcover, used but in excellent condition. Really funny movie, first time on Blu-ray. Shout out to Shout Factory for finally, getting this one out there. It's a lot of fun, and it's Weird Al's only movie. So if you like Weird Al, this is the way to go.